First, let me say a few words about the project, about the partners in this project. So we are 3 partners in this project, 2 from Slovenia and 1 from Italy. So you can see Dermol Consulting. So I'm representative of Dermol Consulting. We are a small business from Litija, that's a city close to Ljubljana, Slovenia capital. And the second Slovenian partner is Faculty of Environmental Protection from Velenje. They are somehow responsible for the substantive part of our project, because they are specialists in environmental protection topics, also about microplastics and similar issues. And the third partner is from Italy, from Taranto. Representative is here, so Augusto Sebastio. I will probably ask him later also to say some words, maybe to add something, maybe in Italian, because the whole dissemination session will be delivered in English, because English probably is the only language that somehow we speak also in Italy, in Slovenia. I don't speak Italian. Nada is also part of this project. She speaks Italian, but I don't, unfortunately. About recording, I have already said that we are going to use these recordings. Only lecturers, speakers will be recorded, so nobody else. In this project, so one of the outcomes in these projects are also materials, so recorded materials. And within the 5 webinars that have already been delivered in Slovenia, at least in Slovenia, in Italy, we delivered 2 of them. We created quite some very interesting videos, short videos, a bit longer videos, and all these videos are already available on 3 websites. You can see the addresses here. So one is znanje.biz. That's Slovenian site. So here are recordings in Slovene language. And then we have another site, elearningproject.eu, which is English one. So here you can find some short videos about microplastics, about microplastics in households, microplastics in rivers, and similar topics. And then we have our project website, microplastics.today. So on this site, you can find all recordings from our webinars, so the whole webinars, and these videos are somehow interactive. So you can watch video, and then a link appears, you can click the link, and you will get some additional information about something that was going on within this webinar. So it's a quite interesting material. And then we also created a YouTube channel. So on this YouTube channel, you can find all the videos created within the project. There are quite some videos, short ones and longer ones. Another thing which I wanted to emphasize, so we have already delivered, at least in Slovenia, five webinars. So the first one is a kind of an alphabet of microplastics, so basics related to microplastics, how microplastics is produced from microplastics. And then the second webinar was about microplastics in the home environment, so in households. The first 2 webinars have already been delivered also in Italy. And the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one will be delivered in September, October. So you can see also the titles here. So the third one relates more or less to urban environments, to the cities, and the problem of microplastics in the cities, and then plastic waste, so waste management. And the fifth one is some kind of a summary. So it somehow shows the problematics of microplastics in the entire environment. So maybe Augusto, you can also add something here about these 3 webinars that will be delivered in Italy.
Yes, thank you, Valerie. If you want, I can speak in Italian, considering the audience. Sure. In this moment. Allora, noi come partner, come centro studi informatica giuridica, abbiamo svolto fino a questo momento 2 dei 5 webinar previsti dal progetto. Il primo è stato sulle nozioni di base della microplastica, concentrando, diciamo, l'informazione sul riconoscimento e la descrizione delle problematiche per l'importanza delle microplastiche nella società e comprendere il destino dell'ambiente. Diciamo, è stato il primo webinar, è stato quello più generico, dopo quello di presentazione del progetto. Il primo webinar effettivo ha riguardato queste tematiche. Poi c'è stato il secondo sulle microplastiche da prodotti per la casa e il loro utilizzo, quindi prodotti per la cura della persona, i cosmetici, i prodotti tessili, eccetera. Mi piace sottolineare che abbiamo avuto la partecipazione di 2 scuole, di 2 licei scientifici di Taranto e della provincia, il liceo Battaglini e il liceo scientifico, anche il liceo Battaglini di Taranto e il liceo scientifico di La Terza in provincia di Taranto. Sono stati molto seguiti, abbiamo visto anche già uno short video di presentazione da parte di uno studente che già aveva raccolto del materiale, e soprattutto mi piace sottolineare che abbiamo avuto la partecipazione da 120 a 150 studenti, perché hanno partecipato le classi dell'ultimo anno del liceo Battaglini quasi in massa, quasi completamente. Naturalmente noi proseguiremo poi con gli altri 3 webinar previsti, che saranno nei mesi di settembre, ottobre e novembre, che riguarderanno poi più specificamente le microplastiche dal settore commerciale, quindi le attività di produzione, manutenzione, imballaggi e anche riciclaggio dei materiali, poi i problemi globali dei rifiuti di plastica e poi il destino ambientale e l'impatto delle microplastiche nei diversi ecosistemi. Questi saranno le tematiche dei 5 webinar. Please, Valerie.
Okay, thank you very much. So these are the five webinars. So if we proceed, let's now focus on our prize competition. So this is a very important part of our project, planned for the autumn and beginning of next year. So it is titled "The Future Without Microplastics," and it's a competition in preparation of the best video. So, and that's also the reason why today we are going to speak also about video production, very shortly, but still about video production. So the video competition will start in autumn, more or less in October. So we plan to start with this competition in October 2022, so in a few months, and it will take place in both countries, so in Slovenia as well as in Italy, so simultaneously, so in both countries. And we plan, so competitors will have time, members of this competition will have time until mid of January 2023, when we are planning to broadcast, to post all the video products. So this is the basic idea. And then the process of assessment will start. So from 22nd of January until 28th of February. So this assessment will be somehow divided into 2 parts. So one part will be delivered by a committee, by a commission of experts. They will evaluate those videos, and the second part of assessment will be done through YouTube channel through likes. So number of views and number of likes will be also considered as criteria when evaluating the videos. And so the end of this competition phase is planned to be in March 2023, when we are going to publish the results, and we are going also to organize some final closing events. So this is the overall idea. So about the competition, so in more detail, so our idea is that videos will be produced by, let's say, individuals or very small teams up to 3 members. So not more than 3 authors per video. And each team will be allowed only to produce one video. And because this competition, also the webinars, so the target group of our project are more or less students of high schools, of secondary schools. And we have quite a big interest, at least in Slovenia, from secondary schools. They ask us if it's possible to have more teams from individual schools. So we said yes. So from individual school, the number of teams is not limited. So there can be 10 videos coming from one school or even more. That's not an issue. It's not a problem. So about the video itself. So the content of the video should be about microplastics, and it should be about environmental protection, and it should be somehow linked to the content to our webinars. So all the webinars are already available, at least in Slovene language. In English language will be available in up until August probably. And the videos can be somehow supported also by the ideas from these videos posted on the website and also in the e-classrooms. But creativity is very important, and creativity is entirely left to the students. So, and I know that the students can be very creative. I can show you, there is a link on the last slide. I will show you also the videos produced by our students at our school. So I'm a professor at one school in Celje, in Slovenia. And we also had a kind of a competition of video pitches. So very short videos, 1 minute, 2 minutes long videos. And I will show these videos at the beginning of this event, and you will see that they were so the students were very creative, and the videos are very interesting, very appealing. So the duration of this video should be 3 to 6 minutes. So this is the idea. So a bit longer videos, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, this is a detailed resolution, full HD, and respect for copyright would be very appreciated. It's very important, because the videos will be posted on YouTube, and YouTube checks also the copyrights. About evaluation, I already explained that there will be 2 parts of evaluation. So 80% of the score will be performed by the expert committee, and 20% of the rating will come from the audience through likes and views. So because all the videos will be posted on the YouTube channel. Here you can see also all the details about the evaluation. So originality of the video, 20% of the rating, content compliance with the microplastics project, 20%, technical implementation, so the video itself, 20%, persuasiveness of communication, so marketing approach actually, 20%, and as I said, 20% will come from the audience through likes and views on YouTube. About the rewards, so the idea is that the awards will be given to the authors of the top 10 videos. So top 10 best videos will get the rewards, and the rewards will come from companies that will somehow sponsor our project. We have already been in contact with quite some of them. Here you can see one from Slovenia, Trampoline Park WUP in Ljubljana. It was one Slovene company which also provided some awards. So, and we have a lot of very interested companies that will work with us and will contribute the prizes. Okay, so this is about the rewards. I don't know, Augusto, if you have something to add, maybe to explain in Italian language. Because this is a dissemination event, and I would like to disseminate also our plans. So for the future, maybe also some of participants of today's event are interested to participate in this contest. Maybe they can also invite their colleagues or their, I don't know, friends, maybe also some students participate, so they will be very welcome.
Sì, Valeri, volevo aggiungere questo, che considerato l'interesse che hanno dimostrato gli studenti, soprattutto negli ultimi anni delle classi liceali, io penso che il discorso della competition che c'è all'interno del progetto è molto interessante, parteciperanno in molti. Credo che anche proprio l'idea della competizione, soprattutto in una città come Taranto, essendo noi partner di progetto da Taranto, che è una città nota alle cronache non solo italiane ma anche europee, per il problema ambientale, per la famosa vicenda dell'Ilva, delle acciaierie e dell'inquinamento che si trasferisce anche nei fondali marini, dove la città di Taranto, naturalmente avendo due mari, cioè il Mar Piccolo e il Mar Grande, ed avendo all'interno del bacino più interno delle coltivazioni di frutti di mare, è una città che sente particolarmente vicino il problema dell'ambiente e della pulizia dei fondali marini, che poi sono quelli che sono principalmente interessati dal problema delle microplastiche. Quindi ritengo che la tematica della competizione attraverso i video sarà uno degli elementi forti di questo progetto, e naturalmente speriamo alla fine, nel 2023, quando il progetto terminerà, di poter visionare tutti questi contributi e far sì che questi contributi possano poi essere effettivamente di aiuto all'Unione Europea, che come in ogni investimento di progetto stanzia delle somme che servono proprio ad avere idee migliorative e avere la possibilità di sviluppare tematiche e fornire materiali di ricerca per ogni tematica. Quindi questo sarà il nostro obiettivo principale. Prego, Valerio.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is about the project, about the webinars, and also about the contest planned for the coming autumn, so October. And now the content of today's session, so the session about video production. So my idea today is to open a few topics, a few concepts. So first, I would like to explain the idea of video pitch. I already mentioned our students from my school who created very good video pitches, so short videos by which they wanted to persuade the audience about their entrepreneurial ideas. So this is the first concept I would like to share with you. The second one is storytelling. So because the idea is that each video is somehow created as a story, because story is something which attracts other people's ears, their attention, and so on. So the storytelling is an art actually, but it's a very important art if we want to persuade somebody about something. And you can see we already created in some other project a course, an online course, and here is the link to the course. You will get these presentations on the website later. So after this session is over, and you will be able to check also the online course. So the third part of today's session is about creation of videos. We also created a course. Here is the link to the course. And here you also have the basic ideas that we are going to cover. So we'll speak about scripts. We will talk about storyboards. So we will talk about planning a video. And then we will explain some approaches and tools how to create individual components of a video. Because all the videos, even if they are very short, even if they are 1 minute long, they are created of several small parts. And these small parts are maybe audio, some music, maybe some images, some photos, maybe some short video clips. So, and all these ingredients, all these items should be somehow created. And then in the third step of video creation, we will talk a little bit about video editing. I will show you also some tools of video editing. So how to put all these small items together in a whole video. And then we will finalize the workshop, or let's say the session, with some ideas of accessibility. So how to provide the video to the public, so how to make it accessible. We can also mention subtitling. We can also mention translation. So this is the idea of today's session. We will be quite short. We will not, I don't know. We will not do any workshop because we do not have time. But still, you will be able to visit all our online learning material. So you will be able to start creating a video by yourself. That will not be a problem. You could also contact us later on, and we will be happy to help you, to support you. So first, a few words about video pitch. Here is some kind of an English synonym maybe for video pitch. It could be also called video address. So it's usually a very short video addressed to somebody with the reason to persuade him about entrepreneurial idea, about a product, about a service, about one's own idea. So it's a video address. Synonyms, or let's say some terms that are somehow related to video pitch, are also elevator pitch, business pitch. So these are also terms that can be found on internet. So for example, elevator pitch is a very short pitch, very short address, very short speech, which could be given during a drive in an elevator. So for example, we were in Albania a few weeks ago, and we had an apartment on 18th floor. And the elevator needed 55 seconds from the ground floor up to the 18th floor. So the idea of elevator pitch is when you are in the elevator with somebody, that you spend this 55 seconds to persuade this person about something, about your idea, to make him enthusiastic about your idea. So this is the idea. It's a brief presentation of oneself with a small number of content points, which establishes a connection between the speaker and the listener. So this is the idea of elevator pitch. Business pitch is usually a bit longer, and it's about business. So we usually try to persuade. This is a marketing approach. We would like to persuade somebody about our product or about our service. So usually it consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps or 6 items. So introduction of yourself. So this should be kind of a part of a business pitch. And then the second item, the second ingredient is explanation, who you are and what makes you unique. So you should somehow emphasize what makes you unique. So you should this way you should strengthen your credibility. So this also should be a part of a business pitch. And then the third part, the third item, you should tell how you can help somebody with your offer, with your idea, with your product, or with your brand, with your service, so whatever. So how can you help somebody? And then the fourth item are usually the needs that target audience has. So this is also important that you somehow incorporate, so in this pitch, so in this business pitch, you somehow incorporate also the needs that the target group, so the audience usually have. And your offer is targeting these needs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So item number 5, you should list benefits. So what are the benefits your offer brings to the target audience? And then the last one relates usually to the advantages. So what are the advantages of your offer, of your idea, of your product compared to the alternatives? Usually competitors, but it could be also other kind of alternatives. So these are 6 ingredients that should be somehow incorporated into a business pitch. Here you have some additional directions. So business pitch, business address is usually very good to start with a challenging question. You can also start with the problem. It is very important that you are very specific, not very general, but very specific. You should target specifically your offer, the problem of your target audience, the benefits you deliver with your offer and similar. So you should be very, very specific. It is also very important how you speak. So you should speak with enthusiasm, and you should not speak too fast. So you should speak slowly enough. And also the very end is also very important. So in this business pitches, so you should finish very clearly, very distinctively. This means that you should somehow direct your listeners into an action, invite him to buy, to decide, or to do something. So you should finish very clearly. So these are some additional directions. If we go to video pitch is a video kind of business pitch or video address. So as I said, you can present yourself, you can present your ideas, you can present your brand, you can present your business idea, you can present your service, you can present your product. And what is the main benefit, the main advantage of a video pitch is that it contains a lot of information because it is a video. There is a saying that a picture, a photo is worth 1,000 words. And if we somehow analyze a video, high definition video, for example, has 30 frames per second, which means 30 photos per second. And if one photo represents 1,000 words, then 1 second of a video represents 30,000 words. So it's a huge amount of information. So that's the main advantage of a video. So here it has some tips for a perfect video address. So it should be 3 to 5, maybe 6 minutes long, not more, because we don't have patience to watch very long videos. So up to 5-6 minutes, not more. So a video should contain a story. Storytelling is very important. Maybe it can contain some kind of a hint. It can contain some kind of indication of a problem. And of course, if it contains a problem, it should also contain somehow of an idea of a solution. So how to solve this problem. So this is very important. A video should include appealing visual elements, so graphics, short video clips, some edit graphics, maybe some animations and so on. So these visual appealing elements are very important. And the story itself is important, as I already said. It should highlight important data. It should highlight key elements. And another idea, so it's very good that it contains some kind of small graphics, small animations, I don't know, arrows, lines, and similar. And these small items, small animated graphics, can highlight key points and can help, can support in explanation complex things and technical aspects of something. So with these arrows, lines, and frames and similar. So this is the idea about video pitch. Another thing I would like to stress out, so it's theoretical, let's say, concept is storytelling. I already explained storytelling. Here I will show a short video about storytelling.
We have virtually always used.
Just give me a second.
We have virtually always used stories to communicate, pass on wisdom, and spur imagination. Storytelling is the art of telling stories, and consequently is a concept with 3 elements: narrator, story, audience. This technique organizes events in a logical manner, properly structured and appealing, being the oldest way of transmitting knowledge through generations. Through stories, we learn to appreciate, recognize, and understand the experiences and opportunities we have encountered.
Stories are also universal, crossing boundaries of culture, language, gender, and age. They're told and retold, building and preserving a group sense of community. Stories align and motivate by portraying the world in terms that build emotional connections between people and create a sense of shared purpose.
What can stories offer? They give meaning to life, express values, teach the young, and convey culture. They connect elements in one's own self, experience, and life. They connect one to one's past and to other cultures. They give a sense of wholeness, that the pieces of one's life fit together and add up to something. And what makes a storytelling event great, entertaining, and meaningful? Listeners are drawn in and feel involved and engaged. They relate to the teller and to what is being told. They forget themselves and get involved in the efforts, struggles, and behavioral styles of the characters. They put themselves in the place of the characters. They relate to characters' situations and decisions on the levels of feeling, emotion, and intellect. The story is important to both tellers and listeners. Storytelling has been an active part of human life for thousands of years. It has managed to be a constant pillar in our societies, and has fundamentally allowed us to mold our perception between right and wrong. Before there was writing, there was storytelling. Storytelling started with cave paintings, then switched to oral histories. Later on, books were used, and more recently, electronic resources emerged. The advance of technology allowed audio-visual elements like sounds, images and videos to be digitally embedded in storytelling, and this way giving rise to the concept of digital storytelling. Traditional storytelling is how history was created, and how it was developed. In the new generation of virtual reality, we take bigger steps into the modern world, and create a social aspect of storytelling. Due to the use of advancing technologies such as the printing press, the camera, and the internet and its social media platforms, the way we tell others stories and keep ourselves informed about current topics has shifted to a more all-encompassing experience. Technology has allowed humans to utilize all forms of storytelling through the years: visual stories in photographs, spoken stories in videos and recordings, and written words on blogs and statuses. Although the mediums have changed through history, the core concept of using a sequence of events in an exciting narrative has remained the same. Storytelling is one of our most important forms of communication, and universal skill. We need it to share our perspectives, negotiate, and create empathy. In other words, we need stories for life and work. Everyone remembers a good story. Whether they heard it on a radio, read about it in a newspaper, or saw it unfold on live television, good stories have a tendency to stick with us, regardless of the subject.
Okay. So I noticed that Anica raised her hand. No? No. Okay, just let me conclude with the stories, and then I will ask also Augusto maybe to summarize the ideas about video pitch and also storytelling. So why the stories are important? So in the video, it was mentioned, so it attracts listeners, engage listeners, it connects viewers, that's a mistake, viewers or listeners with the narrator. It puts the listeners into the shoes of characters that are somehow part of the stories, and their emotions and thoughts. So the connections between the listeners and the viewers is somehow strengthened. So this is the most important role of a story. And here are also some characteristics of key features of a good story. So it should have only one very clearly defined message. So if you have a lot of messages within one video, within one story, then you get a confusion. It's not a good idea. So, and the story should be completed. So the story should begin and should end. So it should end. So it should be completed. It's very good to include some live narrations, some live texts, some images, pleasant sounds, rhythms, and so on. And in the video you were watching a few seconds ago, there were narrations within this video, there were texts within these videos, there were images included, and so on. And it's very good to include characters, so people, actual characters. And also in the video you watched, there were some characters, and dramaturgical bow is very, very important, or arc. It's a kind of an arc. So here you have the idea of dramaturgical bow. So this is the basic idea of the dramaturgical bow. So you should follow within your story. You should follow this logic. So you should begin below, so with the exposition, background information, establishing the setting of the video, of the story, and then you should go up, so raising attention. So you should somehow stress out the problems related to the content of the video, doubts. So you should somehow indicate that there is a problem that you should solve, and then you reach the climax, so the top of this mountain, where you can ask a question. So what now? So we have a lot of problems, a lot of conflicts. We know the problem, but we don't know how to solve this problem. So this is the climax. And then eventually you go down. So the fourth point, falling action, you can give some examples how to solve this problem. You can explore different situations within the video, and somehow this tension then is slowly getting eliminated. And then when you reach the bottom of the hill, of the mountain, you reach the resolution. So the problem is solved, and the viewers are somehow relieved of all the problems that were exposed before in the video. So this is the idea. And another idea is given here. So this is a more complicated dramaturgical bow. So the idea is that you have a character in a video that has a problem. So on the video shows a character, and it shows the problem this character has. And then a guide appears. A guide appears, and this guide gives so the viewer or the character a plan how to solve a problem. So he gives a plan, and then the guide also calls to action. So calls the character to action, and this action can end in success. And simultaneously, it helps avoid failure. So this is the idea. It's possible. So you have a lot of situation here, but this situation can be somehow, let's say, put into a very short video. I will show you now a short video. It's a marketing video that consists all these let's say, features of a good dramaturgical bow. So here is the example.
When people land on your website, you want them to do something. Maybe that's make a purchase, enter their contact details, or pick up the phone and call you. If only there was a way to encourage them to do that. There is. An engaging whiteboard video can compel your prospect to take the action you want. How does it do that? Well, hooking your customers in with a video allows you to tell your story in the order you want and influence their customer journey. Place your video on a landing page and you really have a captive audience.
Again, this is the plan.
At the end, they must either take your desired action or leave the page. It really works. Studies show videos can increase conversions by a massive 80%. Not only that, they can actually reduce your spending on pay-per-click advertising campaigns. As visitors spend longer on your site, Search engines will reward you with a lower price per click. Your Doodle Ads video could quickly pay for itself. Call us today to find out more.
This is call to action. So you can see it's a very short video. It's a very short video of 1 minute and 1 second. And it contains all these characteristics. So a character, a problem, challenge, a guide appears in this video who offers a plan. And this plan ends in a success, avoid failure, and the last scene in the video is a call to action. So this is the idea of videos. So it's very important that you have a very strict plan. Maybe now, I don't know, if somebody has a question or whatever, it's time to ask questions. And Augusto, maybe you can maybe, I know it's maybe hard because it was quite some contents.
Sì, Valerie, I will translate very in short the last moment of your presentation, just to make everything understandable, because this is the application of marketing to the presentation. It's very interesting. Quindi, allora, Valerie dopo il video ci ha presentato delle slide diciamo che servono ad oggettivizzare quella che è la presentazione che poi servirà nella creazione appunto del video, e si è soffermato principalmente sulla la chiara identificazione di quello che è l'oggetto del video. Poi stabilire immediatamente degli obiettivi da raggiungere, che il messaggio che viene lanciato attraverso il video debba essere assolutamente chiaro, la narrazione deve essere viva, fatta con dei testi e delle immagini, quindi con dei supporti di motion abbastanza nuovi, tecnologici, ce ne sono tantissimi in qualunque tipo di presentazione, il suono, il ritmo, soprattutto di presentazione e anche di scorrimento delle immagini e del video, i characters. Avete visto, ci ha presentato Valerio una serie di slide che riguardano la presentazione dei characters, e poi questa applicazione nuova che è il dramaturgical bow, che letteralmente sarebbe l'inchino che si fa in drammaturgia, e che in realtà è strutturato in quella specie di montagna che c'era nella slide che Valerio ci ha presentato. E quindi la prima parte riguarda l'individuazione del problema, la seconda parte è l'esposizione del problema, la terza è il momento cruciale della presentazione, quindi il momento cruciale anche con la definizione di come raggiungere l'obiettivo, le conseguenze, esattamente questa, la falling action, il punto numero 4, che riguarderebbe le conseguenze dell'azione in questo tipo di presentazione, e poi l'ultima parte che effettivamente è la resolution, che è la parte finale che oggettivizza la presentazione del video. Prego, Valerio.
Okay, Augusto, thank you very much. I understand a little bit, and I must confess that you're...
I did it very short, yes.
Yeah, very short, but
the summary point.
Yeah, very good. So now let's go to the technique of video creation. So here I somehow squeezed the whole idea into 6 steps. So the first step is about topic definition. So it's very important that when you decide to produce a video, that you have very clear idea about the topic. So one topic, one message. And then the second step is that you produce a script, so that you somehow produce the story from the very beginning to the very end. And you can divide, let's say, the whole video, so 1 minute video or 3 minutes video, whatever. You can divide this video into separate scenes. So you should have very clear idea about these scenes. And then in the third step, you usually produce the scenes. You can shoot, record the scenes. You can also get, I don't know, items that are somehow included in the scenes from, I don't know, from YouTube or from some other source, because these parts, these items could also be very very short video clips. They can be, I don't know, images, photos, sounds, so whatever. So you should shoot each scene. And then when you have all these items, so all the scenes recorded, then you can put all these scenes together in a whole video. And you should use a video editor program. And then you produce, so then in the last step, or the pre-last step, you should, you can add some introductory titles, ending scenes. So these are final touches of the video. You can also add subtitles. So in the video I showed today, there were Italian subtitles automatically produced by YouTube. So you can do it. That's not a problem. And then the last step in these 6 steps ladder to video creation is a dissemination. You should store your video somewhere and make it available to the public. And I usually use YouTube, but there are also some other possibilities, alternatives to YouTube, as Vimeo and other platforms. So this is the whole idea about video production. And now let's go to planning a digital story and creating a video. I will show you so this is one PDF that's part of our e-classroom. So here I collected the ideas about these 6 steps. So what activities should be done within these 6 steps? What questions should be asked and tasks to be done? And then you have also the ideas about the tools that can be used. So for example, so the first step is about definition of topic and production of the script and storyboard. And you have some ideas. Here you have the ideas how to, so first and second step. So first step is definition of a topic, and the second step is production of storyboard and of script and storyboard. And then the third step is about shooting individual scenes. And here you have some tools that can be used. So how you can record short videos, you can record audio, you can record screen, computer screen, and you can use these items later on when you edit, when you compile your video. So here are also the ideas how to edit, how to compose the video, some editing tools, OpenShot, Canva, PowerPoint. PowerPoint can be also used to, let's say, compile all these items into a whole video. And then you have some ideas about finalization of the video. So you can add some music, you can add subtitles, and so on. And here you have some ideas of storing your video.
Okay, so hello everyone from my side as well. So now after you chose your topic and so your topic, your theme, whatever you would like to show to the people that you like to approach to, now you have to design your storyboard. And first, maybe you can start with a script, so you all know what a script probably is. You decide who is going to be in the video, what they're going to present, what your main idea will be, and what the goal of your video will be. So this is something that probably is a good idea to put on paper so that you're reminded of it on every step. And we call this basically a storyboard. As you can see an example over here. You decide the title, typical viewers, all of that, and then you can start visualizing it. So this is your tool to express your views, your ideas on what that will help you produce a great video. What you basically do is you can see it in simple example over here. You just create maybe 5-6 slides at a time, maybe more, depends how many scenes you would like in your video. And then you just visualize what you'd like the video to show. So maybe you can start with an interview. So you draw a person and you're like, oh, he's going to talk about something like this and that. And then the next scene will be a transition into another scene. And then you just visualize it. So once you start actually recording and editing, that it's just an easier process for you to do all of that. Okay, here we have some approaches and tools for creating individual components. Over here we have an example how to record with a phone or a camera. We can show the video or yeah, let's see it. So just some
For successful phone recording, some pre-preparation is also required. Before recording the video clip with a phone, we first prepare and arrange a suitable workspace. It is wise to use a smartphone stand, as it will be easier for us if we do not hold the phone in our hands or chase it around the table while recording. Let's prepare a quiet corner for recording, which will allow us quality sound without interference from the surroundings. These disturbances are, for example, the hum of the refrigerator, air conditioning, TV from the next room, cars driving past the house, a dog that needs our attention, and so on. It often helps to close the door of the room where we are filming. It is good to record a short test video at the beginning to see if the sound and the picture are appropriate. There will be less bad mood if we find potential problems during the test 2-minute recording than when we have already recorded the whole 2-hour video, for example, without a microphone switched on. Yes, this also happens. Let's pay attention to the light. It is better natural, if possible. So, let's record during the day. Avoid too dark or enclosed spaces. But, on the other hand, too much light is often also annoying. We should also arrange the background scene in the recording, as a messy one entirely distracts the viewer. When recording, always place the phone in a horizontal position, as the final video is also horizontally positioned. Do not record in portrait position unless you do it on purpose. If we feel that we will have problems with stage fright, we can write the text in advance, and then read it easily. Several applications help us with this issue, and show us our text on the screen during recording. I am speaking about so-called teleprompters. The choice is vast, and they all work about the same. I usually use the Speechway app on my phone, which can be found in the Google Play Store. Its use is for free. If you already have the text ready and saved in a Word file, you can easily drag it into the application. You can also set the speed of text movement, font size, and other essential features. In the Microsoft Online Store you can also find several teleprompters for your computer. And now, a few words about the camera settings on the phone. The camera should always be set to HD video, 16:9 resolution, with a resolution of 1920 x 1080, at least 25, and even better, more frames per second. Most of the other settings can be kept as automatic as the phone offers.
Okay, so these were just some quick tips on your video filming, and what we found to be very important once you start actually to record your videos. So full HD resolution is important, since if you'd like to share it on YouTube, then yes, because people view it on a bigger screen, so resolution is really important. If you focus only on your phone, so maybe Facebook videos or so, the resolution, full HD maybe is not that important, but still, yeah, it's a good tip to use that. A tripod, definitely, because you don't want shaky videos, because our eyes can't focus on a person or on something if the video keeps shaking and our focus just goes somewhere else. And then the teleprompter narration, yes, of course, if we can't remember the whole script by ourselves, then it's a great tool to use. Yeah, and always check before it's too late. That is a really important thing to do, because once you film everything and you find out that you haven't pressed start recording or something, that it's not that great. Okay, we can move on. So we can also record audio and speech, and you can add that on your videos. So maybe you can just record a moving thing, a person, and then just add a voice in the background. So you need someone that explains what's going on, or maybe develops an idea in the background or something.
Voice is an essential part of multimedia. For example, when producing a video, pieces of voice can be added to the video in the same way as visual elements, such as images, video clips, PowerPoint slides, and similar. So, let's see how the voice can be actually added. The primary sources of the sound and narration that could be added to a video are the video clips themselves, the applications that convert the text to voice, voiceover as adding voice to existing videos, and of course, the use of dictaphones and smartphones as simple sound recorders. This is the easiest way to record the voice. You can record the video together with the voice with either your phone, camera, or your computer. The quality of sound depends on the quality of the microphone, which can be internal, built into the device, or external. For good enough sound quality, the internal microphone of, for example, a smartphone is entirely appropriate. Text can be transformed into the spoken narration by various software solutions. Several applications that may be used for this purpose are free, however, the majority are not. I usually use an application that may be acquired in the Microsoft Store titled Text-to-Speech and MP3. In this example, I am using this application. As you can see here, you just copy your text, play it to check whether everything is okay, and save the narration as an MP3 file, which you can later embed into your video. It is worth to mention that if you want to use the voice in your Canva video, you should first transform the MP3 file to MP4 and then use this one. Application for converting MP4 files to MP3 files can be found on the internet. Most applications for editing videos also include the functionality of voiceover. Voiceover means adding voice, narration and other sounds to an already existing video. The narrator should consider the limitations of timings, quality of microphones, the noise of surroundings that may affect the quality of the recordings, and similar. A straightforward way of creating audio clips is also recording the sound with a dictaphone or phone. Many phone applications turn your phone into a dictaphone. One of the examples is Simple Voice Recorder, available in the Google Play Store. In the case of recording audio on your phone or dictaphone, the created audio files have to be copied to your computer and, if necessary, converted into an appropriate format such as MP3 or MP4.
Okay, yes. So if you want to add audio to your video, you basically have two ways to do that. One is the automatic text-to-speech, which there is a lot of applications, a lot of websites you can do that from. There's even smart ones where they use artificial intelligence, so the person seems like they're speaking to you, but actually they're just robotically made person which speaks to you. Then the other way is for you to record yourself or someone that you prefer to be on the actual recording. You can use your phone, as the video showed. Nowadays, microphones on your phones are pretty good, so the audio quality is very good and can be used in videos. But you can also use a microphone. There's different ones. It depends on your budget or wishes or anything like that. Now we can move on to recording of a computer screen. There is also an option of that, but I don't think we have the time to watch that. So if you'd like, you can we'll share the slides with you and you can watch it later. That's also an option, of course. Now I'd like just to share with you briefly what I think is useful and important, let's say, for your next video. There are some things as libraries with graphic materials and videos, such as images, videos, music, anything like that. Since the biggest emphasis that we can share with you is actually on copyrights. If you don't follow copyrights, if you don't use open source materials, then YouTube and other video sharing platforms will block your video, you won't get to monetize your videos or anything like that. So that's not a good way to go. But these libraries offer free music, free video, sounds, anything like that. You can use it free of charge. No copyrights are needed or anything like that. So examples are Pixabay, Pexels, Yay Images, Canva has a free option as well, Mixkit. Yeah, you can just Google everything. There is a lot of things online. Then we have transcriptions, transcribed by Rally. Animations, there's a lot of programs you can use to produce animations, which will make your life easier because they have pre-designed figures and the movements and all of that, so you can make an animation pretty quickly. You can also do it by hand, but as we mentioned, an average video has 30 frames per second, 25 to 30. So if you draw each and every one of those, it takes quite a long time. And then we have compression of graphic files, Tiny PNG, it's a great tool. And then conversions from MP3, MP4, PDF to JPEG. There's all sorts of applications online. You can Google that. So yeah, it's really easy to access those. If we move on, some quick tips for recording, as the video we watched also mentioned them, but let's just emphasize them some more. So the first thing is record as much as possible in any case, because once you stop recording, especially if you're somewhere that's not in your house or somewhere special, if you forget to film something, something's wrong with the scene, something's wrong with the speech, and you didn't record it in multiple versions, then the video will probably not be as great as you imagined in the beginning. So the also important part is to observe and monitor the surroundings. So for example, if the sunlight is in a room and maybe a cloud comes into the scene, or maybe just changes of light or changing of actual background, if there's people moving behind there and you want to trim the scene and join two of them together, if there's changes in the background, people might notice that and not focus on the actual your idea and more focus on the background and not so important things. Of course, avoid noisy spaces. Noise in the background is always a distraction. Check the battery. The battery status is very important. If you don't, battery actually and your so how much space you have on your phone, if you have enough room. Battery, if you don't have enough battery, then the recording will not be a success. This technical specifications of the video, yeah, you can just adjust it. For example, if you need slow motion videos, you need more frames per second, so you have to be careful that you select more frames per second, because once you film in 25 frames per second, you'd like to do it in slow motion, it's just gonna look choppy and you're not gonna get a smooth picture. And of course, follow your plan that you designed in the first step of the process. So this is just a technical background to the recording template. So once you do your storyboard and your script, you can just do a technical background, so you can all pre-decide what you're going to use as far as backgrounds go, maybe sounds, images, what tools you're going to use, if you're going to film your phone with your camera, if you're going to animate everything. It's just good to pre-think everything, so you can just follow your plan accordingly then. So this is just an example. We can see the storyboard with some explanations of what's going to be going on in one scene. And then we see, for example, in the second scene, student feels overwhelmed, and then there's a voiceover and it quotes what the voiceover will say. So that's just the basic idea of this. And then we can move on to editing and processing of videos. Now that you have decided everything, you have recorded everything, you have gathered everything, you have to obviously put it into one video. And that can be done in various ways. We're going to present now just a few tools that we use. So the first one is OpenShot. It's a free program, completely free. It doesn't, once you export the video, it doesn't put any other signs or watermarks on it. So it's a great tool. It's completely free. It works as any professional tool would work, because you have a timeline, you have a video one and a sound one, and you can just you can chop videos, you can put overlays on top, different layers, music, sounds, you can combine everything. It's a really great tool. Then the next one is Adobe Premiere Pro. It's basically an expensive version of the OpenShot, so maybe it's not that great for your use. The next one is Canva. This one we use a lot. I think it's very appropriate for beginner video makers, as well as more advanced video makers that want to produce really nice videos, but simple videos. You can do overlays, but it basically functions as PowerPoint slides. You can imagine it like that. So you gather different slides. Each slide has a content. You can add music to it. It keeps developing, because the older versions didn't really allow for more than one song to be in the video, but now you can add more. You can reduce or increase volume, all of that. It's really great. You have a lot of templates available, free images, free sounds. It's really great. Okay, so now we're gonna show you an example of Canva. So this is the video that was on one of the slides, was produced in Canva actually. So this is how it works. You see the slides down here. So basically like 10 slides, and then you can add graphics on it, transitions, music, sound, and it's really easy to use. On the left, you can see the components, the elements that Canva offers you. So the free version has a lot of options, but you can upgrade it to a pro and you have unlimited options. So you can find different styles of text, different videos, different sounds, elements, graphics, anything you'd like, you can just find here. You can also upload music yourself, or your videos, or your images, anything. So, and this is Filmora. It's basically similar to Adobe and OpenShot. So you can see the timeline and the video, the sound timeline. Yeah. So it works. It's easy to use once you get used to it.
Plastic
but,
on Wikipedia and on Google's browser.
Probably better. This offers you more options though. You can use different templates, overlays, images, anything really. But the free version of Filmora puts a watermark on it. I think it's a really big one, so maybe OpenShot is a better option. Okay, the next one, Toonly and Doodly. This is for animations. Toonly for animations, Doodly for drawing animations. So yeah, if anyone likes that, this has been popular in these times, let's say. So Animaker is a program which offers you the option to produce animations in a relatively easy way. So you can see on this image, you pick your character, and then you can define their movements, different scenes, sounds, and the free version puts a logo of the company in the bottom, I believe. But that's also not really a big issue. PowerPoint, as mentioned, also offers video producing. Once you produce your PowerPoint slides, all you have to do is click on record, and then it follows your process. It follows the seconds, your speech, and then it just moves the slides accordingly. And then you can export it into an MP4 or a PPSX file. It's a good option. So your face will be in the bottom corner probably, or maybe you don't have to use it, whichever option. But yeah, it does record your sound in the background. Okay, now some final steps. You can export your video in different file formats. The most frequently used one is MP4, maybe AVI as well, but there's lots of them. So the quality, as we mentioned, the preferred quality is full HD. So that's the 1080p. Then we have the HD. So if, for example, if you're recording your face on your laptop, usually laptops only have the resolution of 720p. So it's still HD, but it's not full HD. Then you can share your video anywhere. You can put it in a cloud storage, for example, Google Drive, MS OneDrive, Dropbox, anything like that. Or, of course, you can upload it to YouTube. This is probably a most frequently used program. You can upload unlimited amounts of videos free of charge and then share it. You can make it public. You can also hide it from everyone. This is completely up to you. And then you have Vimeo, which is similar, but it has some other options that might be good for companies, let's say, because you can hide a video from anyone but a certain group of people or stuff like that. It's very specific. So YouTube, great option. Okay, so this is just an example of our YouTube channel for one of the projects we're working on. So Little Big Entrepreneurs. We created this channel and now we're sharing our videos on it. You see, you can create your own channel. You probably know YouTube by now, so we're not even going to talk about it. And now I'm going to pass the word to Valeria again.
Yes, so I think that we are at the very end of our presentations. So we try to go through, let's say, the process of video production based on the ideas of video pitch and storytelling. So we went through in this 1 hour and 15, 20 minutes. It's very short time. We probably were not able to explain everything, to give very clear picture. We just wanted to give you some hints, some ideas, some directions. But if you want to investigate further how to produce a video, how to produce a storytelling video, I already mentioned we developed 2 online courses. And here you have one. So here is the hyperlink to one of our courses. So this is an interactive PowerPoint presentation. So if I click to this box, I will enter into the online e-learning environment. I can do it, it's not a problem. It takes a while. Oh, it's here. So here you have. So this is this is our e-learning portal. So and here you have the course. So the videos you watched today, 2 of them or 3 of them are stored here, so you can find them here, but you can find here also a lot of other information. So how to produce a video. So video recording, screen recording, voiceover, video editing using PowerPoint as a video editor, and so on. So all the stuff, so all information about the tools, about the approaches are here. So, and you are invited to go to this platform. So this e-platform or e-learning portal includes also our projects. So these projects about videos are in this part of the e-learning platform. So here you have digital storytelling, video production, and also the course related to just to storytelling. I showed you one video from this e-course. Another thing which I wanted to share with you at the end. So here you have some examples of videos. So within, this is a project, made project to IAH. So we produced a lot of videos. Actually, we have a video competition going on at the moment. And if you click this link, you will enter the YouTube channel of this project. And you will be able here to watch all the videos produced by the students, so involved in this project. So and they used our e-learning platform as the basis, so as a kind of a knowledge, and they use this knowledge to produce these videos. It's very interesting. But some videos are very good. Some videos are produced as animations. Spela told you about some programs. Animations are very nice, very interesting. I think that young generation like animations very much. Here I also put available, I think 7 or 8 videos produced in my course, Innovation in Business, that has just finished. Last week we had presentations of their business pitches and also video pitches. And here you have 8 examples of video pitches produced by our students. They used Filmora, they used Canva. So the first video is a Canva video. They used also some other applications for producing animations. So it's very interesting. Just you're invited to go there and to see what the students, our students, were able to produce. I was really impressed. So this is it. So I would like to thank you for your attention. I would like to remind you once again about the video competition. So starting in October, in a few months. And here you have all the materials that we produced about microplastics, so on our website and our e-learning platforms. So this is it. Augusto, please.
Thank you, Valery. I think it was very enough completed and very, very technical. So we have to think very, very seriously how to produce a video after this information. Quindi erano dei video anche molto tecnici, molto completi. Naturalmente chi ha delle proprie competenze tecniche era già a conoscenza di ciò che ci è stato mostrato. Per chi non avesse tutte queste conoscenze tecnologiche, naturalmente è importante averne ai fini della produzione di un video che abbia tutte le caratteristiche necessarie per essere un video che può partecipare a questa competizione e che possa essere poi caricato alla fine sul portale del nostro progetto. Grazie Valery.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quindi,
Grazie. No, io volevo solo aggiungere, no, E non si deve avere paura di fare il primo video. Il primo non sarà buono, no? Non sarà eccellente, ma devi cominciare, così anche impari le competenze, che sai che cosa puoi guardare. E poi quello che ha fatto Valeri, di andare su questi siti che sono tutti materiali su, quando fai il primo video da te stesso, poi puoi cominciare davvero una sistematica apprendizione di questi materiali. Questo volevo solo aggiungere. E puoi fare qualche video storytelling anche adesso che sono le vacanze, no? Con una tema più semplice, no? Con una tema più complessa.
Così tecnico come quello,
Sì.
come quello della microplastica, che è certamente molto tecnico.